Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tea Talk. You're with Mistress Boston.
And Star 13.
And I'm struggling to believe that this is the fourth time we're trying to record tonight.
Yeah, technical difficulties. Great way to start tonight off. But this is Tea Talk. And we're always trying to come to you every Tuesday/Wednesday, depending on your regions of your location.
Don't blame us for time zones. We didn't invent them, we just abide by their laws.
Basically. We're working around the sun. Okay. So, first question of the night is, how do you react when you see the thing in public, or anytime you're not expecting it and you're not involved? I assume everyone knows by the thing.
Yes, we all understand. Do you know what? The first 3 times we recorded this, we tried to recreate the same we made the first time about John Carpenter's The Thing and also The Thing from the Fantastic Four. We're not doing it a 4th time, folks. I'm sorry. There's only so many times you can say the same joke and it'd be funny, unless it's written by a professional.
Yeah.
So do you know what? Just imagine we made a hilarious quip about the fact that the thing is vague.
Now everybody laughs in unison like it was hilarious. Beautiful.
Anyway. When it comes to, just in public, my ears will perk up and I'll be like a little curious as to like what the source is. But beyond that, it doesn't really bother me all that much.
Yeah, which is basically what my answer is. Like, you're like, what? And then you, like, turn to look, and then it's like, oh, whatever, and I just, like, forget about it.
Yeah, I agree with Jill. It's just, I work with kids. They help, tease each other or whatever, so I just see it and walk away most of the time.
I am the odd one out of the 3 here, because I get very nervous and start shifting around and becoming very aware of my body movements and whether or not I'm appearing odd to people. So I need to keep in check things like my breathing, my eye movement.
Then he becomes 8-bit and everything is ruined.
Yep.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, good.
Good,
emphasis
all right.
all around.
It's going a lot better this time around. Okay. Tell us a cute tickle story that you've experienced. Ooh, eesh. I honestly don't think I have any. No, that's a lie. I do. So, Angus, who was on, I think, episode 4? Yes, episode 4. One time we got into, like, a massive tickle fight for, like, almost what was, like, 2 hours, to the point where he literally fell onto the fucking floor and just started, like, dying. Like, I didn't even touch him anymore. He was just fucking dying. It was great. So that's my story.
What is this? What is the question?
A cute story. Niche related.
I think. Let me think. Shit. Well, I think the cutest story in general is just that Alec has been telling Nick, like, how to do everything involving this, and then he just goes with it. So any specific moment is pretty much cute, but, like, the fact that he just goes with it is completely awesome to me, so...
Oh, there you
My
go.
story as a whole is him in general.
Aww.
Bless.
Cuties.
I'm gonna be sick.
You're all disgusting.
Same.
Well, I have a couple of friends that I met through the fetish, and one time I was at one of their houses, and I'm a brat, and I like to poke fun, and so I was making fun of him for how crappy he was at a game, and I think I said, like, my grandma could do better, and he attacked me, and that was probably, like, the best moment I've had.
Aww.
The cutest.
All of those are good. Cute. I don't really do cute. I think...
They're too cute.
Not too cute. Probably the quote-unquote cutest, I'm thinking more of a romantic sense, was when I used... My ex-girlfriend, my ex before my current partner, I got a house over the summer before I went to university, and she would come over and stay at mine every week. And when we were in bed, I would just gently mess with her stomach while we were spooning or whatever. And she would point out, "Hey, stop that. That tickles." And I would go, "Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm so sorry. It's just when I get sleepy, my hands tend to just twitch sometimes."
You're such a
And I
fucking
convinced her
liar.
of that for a full month, and she
Mister
believed,
of that for a month.
she believed me, the stupid girl.
Stupid girl.
But yeah, that's probably the cutest one that
I
I've
just
done.
imagine you telling that to Olivia and she's going, "You're lying. You're a lying sack of shit."
I wouldn't do it with her.
She like punch you or something?
Does she hit you?
Yes, she hits me frequently. She punched me in the kidneys.
Not the kidneys.
Do we need to call somebody, Alex?
Most of my friends have a joke that I'm actually in an abusive relationship, which is making me think, is this from the Inside Out thing right here? Am I just not seeing it?
Hello from the other side.
She punched my kidneys and I died. So yeah, that's mine.
Next question is, how do you guys feel about other people whom you confided in revealing any sort of your weaknesses or breaking any trust boundaries? This is actually a very good topic to touch on, just because I know I've noticed that it's been a couple of, recent activities that have caused some issues like that. People revealing a bit too much about their good friends, partners, whatever you guys want to, consider each other, tease, pals, whatever. And, honestly, like, if someone is kind of discussing their desires, discussing their fantasies, or just, like, kind of, like, even pointing out, like, certain weaknesses that they may have, that is a form of, showing that they trust you, because more likely than not, people aren't just gonna, tell Joe Schmo about these types of things. So, if
He's
you're...
a good friend of mine, is Joe.
Yeah, I actually have a friend of mine that has a Tumblr named Joe Schmo. She goes to the school. Sweetheart. Anyway, just kind of like, view that as something as, someone is telling you a secret. Don't just kind of, blurt that out to fucking anybody. Like, it's just, that's not necessarily cool. While they might not necessarily say, hey, this is in confidentiality, it's probably better to assume that it is than it's not. That's just my personal kind of take on it.
That's what I think. I kind of assume that you're not like supposed to share. I mean, like, we just quite often just kind of all know, but we never really say anything because we're not sure who knows exactly what. But we don't sit there and go, oh, like, well, this person does this. Like, we joke about it a lot. Like, obviously, on Tumblr, you see it all the time. Like, oh, well, this is their weakness, but nobody actually says it. But, like, I don't know. I feel like if you tell somebody specifically that they should assume not to say anything unless you're like, oh, yeah, I don't care, go ahead and share. Like, I don't mind. But other than that, it should probably be kept on lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I mean, you can definitely tell when someone's, like, teasing, and then there's a line where they're, like, seriously confiding in you, and if you don't see where that line is, you probably shouldn't say anything.
Definitely.
As somebody whose weaknesses have been made public just so many times, usually throughout my own doing, really, I think, if you say something, it kind of stays between them depending on the specifics. Like, depending on the specificity of it, that is a huge factor. If it's something stupidly general, like the niche itself, then do you know what? I'm pretty sure everybody can get on with that. But it's probably best to assume until you have reason to believe otherwise. If they say like, what are you going to do? Tell everyone, and if you go, yeah, I'm going to tell everyone, and they go, yeah, well, fucking go ahead, see what happens. Then that's potentially giving you free rein, but otherwise, just assume confidentiality.
Next question is, what is your favorite eye color? Well, if we're talking in reality, I've noticed that I tend to find blue eyes really attractive, no matter the shade. Probably because that's maybe me compensating for the fact that I don't have blue eyes, which kind of is heartbreaking. But it would be totally cool if people had like purple eyes or like red. That'd be fucking awesome. Just saying.
Favorite eye color? Mine's always been green in general. I've always wanted green eyes so bad. I don't know why. So anytime I see somebody with green eyes, I'm like, lucky.
I guess for me, I don't know. I think all eyes are pretty, to be honest. I think I'm gonna go real cliche and be like, oh, the eyes are the window of your soul, and I fully believe that. I think you can see a lot in people's eyes, so I like every eye color.
Got that smaz going on. That Tara smile.
That's the sweetest answer I've ever heard.
That's going to be way better than my ones. I'm torn. It's between brown and blue because I like my brown eyes. I love having brown eyes because I don't know. It's just really earthy. It's powerful. It's a dominant gene, so that's why I have them.
What are you, an earthbender?
Yes. I'm actually a ground type Pokemon.
Please shut up.
Otherwise, blue's just really it's a really striking color.
Also, water Pokemon.
Also, a water Pokemon. So I'm a water ground type, which means I'm a Swampert.
Totally just go with heterochromatic and be done with it.
Yeah.
You can't compare your eye color to Pokemon. Why are you even here?
GTFO.
GT.
Yeah, so I'd say it's between brown and blue. Heavy lean towards brown for narcissistic reasons.
What is your favorite way to tease a stubborn Lee? Also, what the fuck can I do to not blush? Because I do it so much, it's a serious problem. Well, I mean, you can stop having blood.
Probably.
That'll get you to stop blushing, but I mean, you might die. Just saying. So, I mean, I think maybe, you know, having a little bit of blood pressure change is a little bit better than just dying. That's my opinion.
Move your capillaries.
Right?
It's a long process, but it'll be worth it if that's your goal.
Or just be completely, like, emotionless. Just don't feel anything. Never feel embarrassment.
That's what I do. I don't feel anything.
We're all dying
True.
and being dead. Although, I actually have a very specific method of how I prefer to, like, tease someone, Lee's being very, very stubborn. I definitely kind of like to point out that, like, if they're being provocative and they're trying to get me to, you know, tickle them, I like to point that out that, like, the only reason they're trying to fuck with me right now is because they want me to do this. And I drill that in their head that they are doing this specifically so I do this to them. And they can deny it all they fucking want. And I'll just be like, no, I see literally right through your face. Like, I can tell with the, you know, the look in your eyes, the smirk in your face, you know, the actions you're doing. And usually at that point, like, I'll just kind of, like, play that, you know, kind of, I don't want to, like, compare someone to a dog, but, like, you know, if a dog is, like, wants to play fetch, and then they run away with the ball just as you go to take it, if you ignore them, then they just drop the ball in front of your lap. So if I kind of just, you know, play along, quote unquote, and just be like, okay, sure, whatever, I get them to want it. I get them to push me further until they get to the point of where they just fucking, like, blurt it out. And just straight up ask for it.
Honestly, I've never had, like, if I'm still going from opposite point of view, considering I'm a switch, I haven't had any experience in that except in ex-girlfriends who were completely easy. So, I don't really have any experience with stubborn ones. But I feel like it would be the same take as Boston's. You know what I mean? Because I'm an asshole. We're both assholes.
The biggest dick ever.
I'm trying to answer honestly. I have no experience with that except for my ex-girlfriends who, you know, had no idea about it and were just easy. So that's all I got.
I hate this question because now I get to hear this, but I'm glad you can't see my face because it's probably red, or then. But I know how to tease a lure very well.
That's because they're easy too.
Yeah,
Oh
there.
yes.
We will win this war.
Right, Alex?
Right, Alec?
Oh, fuck off.
He's not here, but he's gonna kill us later.
I'm just gonna point James out here.
I'm just gonna point
Oh.
James out. We can't point out Alec anymore. Now that I live in the same town as him, bad.
He will come to get you. Well, yeah.
No, yeah. Absolutely. Point me out, guys. By the way,
Point me out, guys.
Go listen
Yes,
to my
Alec.
Go listen to my new audio and see who's on the fucking power end.
Kill me.
Alex is easy though too.
For me, now that everybody's basically said, Alex, you're weak. You are a weak man. You will never be as strong as Arnold.
Put the cookie down.
It's not a tumor. What I like to do is, because I like to get to know everybody individually, the psychologist in me, if they're being particularly stubborn, and I love it when they are, because that's part of the game. The chase is sometimes better than the catch. And when they're doing that, I like to
That's
use
my thing.
stuff that fucks them up the most. That's when they don't. That is the best time, because that is when I get like fucking evil and I start bringing out all this shit that they can't stand. So what basically, if a Lee's being stubborn and you know how to fuck them over, go all out. Wreck the shit out of them. Teach them your power.
The only thing I want to comment on is what you said is I love the chase sometimes more than the catch.
Right?
That's fair. I can completely.
That's all I was
That's
going to
how
say.
that as well.
Continue on.
I mean, hell, even from, because I am a Switch, even from, like, the Lee's perspective, honestly, like, almost being verbally teased is almost, is just as much fun, if not almost more, than actually, the action of getting tickled. Just because, like, it's so much fun to fuck with each other, both ways. Yeah,
Left and right.
right. Ambidextrous. So this isn't a question specifically, but a request. Not the request, that'll come after, because for some reason we've been getting this request every single podcast since episode 2. But can you say your favorite word in the funniest voice you can? Oh, what is my favorite? Oh, defenestrate!
Favorite word.
Or I could do this instead. Coffee!
What is my favorite word? What is a word I say a lot? It's probably one of
Boobs.
those. Boobs is really up there, probably. Literally is probably my favorite word. Literally.
Now say it in your funny
Something-
voice.
In a funny voice. All right. Literally.
Nice try.
Thanks.
Well, my voice is funny all on its own, so I don't need to try. Shenanigans is my favorite word.
Evil shenanigans.
I think my favourite word is probably bungle cunt.
Bungle cunt,
Something you
Jesus
don't hear
Christ.
enough. So, I like to say it in a Scottish accent because I was having this conversation with people last night. Every insult sounds more threatening and a little bit sexier in a Scottish accent.
Sexier? No.
Sexier? You're right there, you fucking bungle cunt.
There is nothing sexy about that. My pussy is drier than the Sahara fucking desert.
Man walks into my room. Scottish,
Rude.
I've never seen him before. Glaswegian.
Rude as
He looks
hell.
me in the eye and he says, "Tonight I'm having my way with you, you bungle cunt." He can do whatever he wants to me. I am dripping with moisture. He can have me.
Oh, poor Jess. Moist.
You
Um,
gotta make the moist of it.
the moist of it. What is the weirdest or silliest thing you've ever done? So,
I am weird.
I actually have a pretty good story for this. So I've probably mentioned this several times. I am easily gullible. I've changed a lot since I've gotten older, but I'm a pretty gullible person. So I'm probably about 7 years old. I'm sitting in the fucking living room with my sister. No, not the living room, the dining room And we're just, fucking talking and doing whatever. And we had this type of clock. And how those old fashioned clocks go like do 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 like every hour on the hour. And my mom just waxed the kitchen floor. And for some stupid ass reason, I thought that was the doorbell. So I start running for the door. I do like this cartoon stay in place type of run and fall right on my fucking ass on the floor. My mom books it after she hears the fucking sound of me falling on my fucking ass and goes, "You idiot!" And I'm just sitting there cracking up. And she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I went to go get the door. I thought I heard the doorbell ring." She goes, "Honey, we don't have a doorbell." So yeah, that's probably the silliest thing I've ever done. The weirdest, I mean, living. That's about all I can say for that.
Weird. There's no story because my life is one weird giant ball of shit. But silly, is that the other one? Okay. Well, when I was a sophomore in high school, I saw I was at the homecoming football game and it was raining. And I was at the top of the bleachers, and I saw my potential, what was to be my boyfriend for the next 2 years, but at the time, he was just my crush. And I seen him coming, and he waved at me, and I stood up and started to go down the bleachers as fast as I could, which resulted in me slipping and sliding the rest of the fucking way down, all the way to the fucking cheerleaders.
Good job. That sounds like something right out of a, 2000 year film.
I could absolutely see that in, a Mean Girls movie.
Right?
Yeah. So that happened. But then, hey, he dated me for 2.5 years, so I couldn't have been that. Well, it was bad, but you know what I mean?
Oh, there you go.
Okay, the weirdest thing I've ever done besides exist is I didn't really do it, but it happened to me. My friend pulled me out of my car, Grand Theft Auto style.
Nice.
Full out, just dragged me out of my car and shoved me in the back seat, and then they drove off. And then the silliest thing that I've done, I was talking on the phone once, and I was getting a glass of milk, and when I hung up the phone, I put the phone in the refrigerator and tried to put the milk on the phone thing. And so, yeah.
Silly stuff. I've done so much stupid stuff in my life. I can't. Breaking my knee doing Gangnam Style was probably...
Did you really?
Quick story. I was completely sober.
Surprise,
I had just finished my third year of uni. So I had about 2 months now where I still had my place in my uni town. All to myself, I had this nice little bachelor pad with a balcony, and it was right next to town, and everything was fantastic. And I basically had 2 months to just enjoy myself, to just have a great time. So to celebrate that, we went out. Me and my mates were all drunk at this local pub, fine, good stuff. I'm not doing anything, but my mate says, "Alex, you need to get up and dance with me with this girl, because otherwise she won't dance with me if there's not another guy there, so you need to come up." And I'm like, "Dave, I'm not doing it." "Alex, you need..." "Dave, I'm not doing it." "Alex, please, I'll buy you a pint." "Fine, fuck it, whatever." So I get up. And as Gangnam Style finishes, we've done the moves, I twist and my muscles press against my kneecap because I have lots of scar tissue in my knee from an earlier silly incident. My patella not only breaks a piece off my kneecap, it also dislocates.
Eesh.
So I fall to the floor, calling my friend Dave, "Please, Dave, call an ambulance." And he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, Alex, you're so silly." He's so fucked, he thinks I'm joking for 2.5 minutes.
Oh
while
my
I'm begging
God.
him to call an ambulance. Like, "Dave, call an ambulance." "Oh, yeah." He falls on the floor himself and starts clutching his knee and going, "Oh, me too, Alex. Oh, Gangnam Style is so difficult." "Dave, please call an ambulance for me."
Wow,
So,
your
yeah.
friend's a dick.
That's probably, by the way, radiologists have no sympathy for you if you come in having broken your leg doing Gangnam Style. Not a single one has any sympathy. The weirdest thing I've ever done in my life was work the Olympics.
What?
That was weird. I was a steward at the Olympics because it was the summer after my first year of uni, so we all decided that we would go there for 3 weeks. I didn't live in London at this point, so we just camped out and we just worked for 3 weeks. outside of Hyde Park, guiding people and stuff, and it was just a really surreal and fun experience.
Fair enough.
Did you go for the gold?
I did.
But he only got bronze in the end.
Aw.
Bronze is a good color. It was a good age. Lots of technology was developed.
Bronze kneecap.
I wish I had one of those.
The bronze kneecap.
LeBron James.
If you were to have a dinner party, what would you serve for dinner, dessert, or drinks? I always think if you're gonna have a dinner party, you're probably gonna want to cook something that's easy, to make in bulk and, you can just easily give to people. So my first indication is, pasta. Pasta you never really have to go wrong with, just boil some shit, add some fucking, veggies and the sauce and you're fucking set. Dessert, I don't know. I don't fucking like to bake. I don't really like cooking either. So probably just like ice cream. That's easy. Scoop it in a bowl. And drinks, usual soda, water, and if, pretending I'm legal here, and this isn't something I haven't done, probably pineapple and Malibu rum, just because that is the perfect drink.
Yes.
I will agree with you on the pasta part, because I feel like I would make, 4 pans of lasagna. And that's only because it's a little bit of work, so you could say you put effort into it, but it's not a lot of work because it's easy. And, drinks are basic. Come on now. I mean, alcohol is pretty much given, especially when you're dealing with Italian dishes. And dessert, I am a baker, immensely, so I would definitely make lots of cake, because I am a boss at making cake. Thered be so much cake, everyone would be drunk and die happy full of cake and pasta.
You guys are all really nice to your friends. I would just order pizza, or make everyone chip in and order a pizza.
Yo,
I'd
be
dinner
cool
party.
with
If they
that.
said all my friends are coming over, I would have been like, "You bitches can order pizza." They said dinner party. I'm inviting colleagues and business partners over.
They still get pizza. What do you expect of me?
They shouldn't.
If I'm being serious, I don't know. I like to cook, so I'd make steak or something, or I don't know. And then dessert as well. I love to bake, so cake and any type of dessert or whatever. And then drinks. I don't know. Soda, water, alcohol. Variety.
I've done this before. I've done this a few times, hosted dinner parties and stuff. So I know exactly what I'd cook. Or at least I know what I did cook. What I'd cook now is slightly different. What I'd cook now is pan-seared fillet of venison with a juniper berry jus on a bed of roasted Mediterranean vegetables.
English, please.
Yeah,
All those words were not English.
They speak English. What the hell are you talking?
Venison is deer. So deer, Bambi. I'd serve Bambi.
No, not Bambi, you asshole.
I'd serve Bambi and with a juniper berry reduction, like a reduced sauce.
Juniper berries. What the fuck are those?
Juniper berries are a very refreshing berry that make an excellent sauce for gamey meats. So hence,
Can you get them in America? Because that sounds good.
probably, yeah. If you're having any kind of game animal, your rabbit, your venison, your pheasant, turkeys, things of that nature, juniper berry works a treat.
Must have been
And for
cooking
dessert,
with tea-time.
I can't bake for shit, but my partner can bake like a beast. So I would get her to make her mum's famous recipe of homemade profiteroles.
The fuck is that?
It's it's a kind of choux pastry with cream in the middle and chocolate sauce over the top of it.
Ooh, that does sound pretty good.
And they're superb. And as for the drinks, the temptation is to do what we did when we hosted these parties and just get absolutely blasted off cheap wine. But I think I'd try cocktails. I'd like to try and make some decent cocktails.
Wait, can we go back a bit? Did you say choux pastry?
I think it's choux pastry she uses.
Can we just go to your house for a dinner party?
Right.
Well, if you don't like venison, the other alternative, which is mine and my partner's sort of famous mixed dish, is pan-seared chicken breast wrapped in prosciutto with a barbecue and honey glaze that we make on a bed of sweet potato mash.
Oh, well, ain't that nice.
I'm the cook in the relationship, she's the baker, so between the two of us, we've got it on lock.
What was the next question? Getting it now. Oh, I just lost it. I'm literally looking at it and somehow I can't read it. Oh, what's something you didn't, words! What do you wish you did more of today? Sleep. Sleep. As you can tell from my linguistic skills, and the fact that I'm looking at questions literally in front of me, and somehow cannot cohesively read them aloud, could probably say, yeah, I wish I had a little more sleep. Just another, like, half hour or something. Anybody else want to go?
Fair.
Oh, what I wish I did more of today? Clean. Honestly.
I agree with sleep. I need more sleep all the time. That's my life.
Oh, sorry, and spend more time with Nick, but he was at work all day.
And the nausea sets in.
Congratulations.
In my new relationship, everything's so happy and perfect. Like 2 months before you want to murder each other. I give it 3 months before one of you gives in to the urge. Oh, me.
Yeah, you
Who's
nerd.
the twat in
And
the
some of us
sentence?
are not paying attention, like previously mentioned.
It wasn't in this podcast, Joe.
Was it?
That was in one of the other ones.
Well, fuck.
So, congratulations on making a reference that nobody will ever hear. It's like any reference to Pixels. So,
Story of my life. Anyway.
I think the one thing I wish I'd done more is work. I should have done more work than I did today. I didn't. I'm a bad scientist.
You procrastinator, how dare you?
I really am bad at it. But do you know, I always struggle through somehow, so I'm sure I'll be fine.
I mean, like they say, you want to know what the biggest thing about it, the biggest factor of inspiration? Fear of the deadline.
Yep.
So, I
I
mean,
thought it was Dick. Sorry.
It's also Dick.
Also
sure.
Dick.
I mean, I too suddenly get sparks of inspiration and am filled with philosophical sorts of whatabouts, and I'm suddenly Sophocles when I'm in mid-orgasm.
Hey, it all happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find it kind of hard.
So does my dick.
The amount of times I've been having sex, and then as I'm having sex, I have to stop because oh no, I figured out how I'm going to take the measurement. I need to stop.
Sorry, I totally just lost my boner,
Figured
but I
out
got
how
a
to break
big
down
boner
Russia
for
in the
science.
middle of an orgasm.
With Putin.
When you lose your boner for sex, you gain a boner for science.
So
The more you know.
You can't do anything anymore. Mid-orgasm, that's when it hits you.
any young academics listening, just remember, boners for science are stronger than boners for sex.
Let's say that one day you wake up and just like that, you have magical tickling powers. You can know anybody's worst spot, submit objects to tickle other people, tickle several people in your mind, you name it. So the question is, what would you do then? Oof. Honestly, if I had, I guess, I'm assuming this is more in a telepathic sense, I'd probably just fuck with people, like, while they were doing, like, something important. Like, during a presentation, or, like, while they're ordering, or on the phone. And that's kind of more from my Lur's perspective as a Lee. Honestly, if I were in the mood and I'm not around, well, I think you can kind of indicate what would go there. So...
Hello, what wouldn't you do? Like, where do you even begin? What kind of fucking question is it? What wouldn't you do?
Not tickle people?
That's a good point.
I forgot that was an option.
Forgot about that. I would book plane tickets everywhere and fucking murder all of you.
Bitch, what you gonna do to me?
Not you.
You suddenly become ticklish, Alex.
I have powers. You understand? That means you automatically become ticklish.
So, suicide then. That sounds good.
Yes. Okay, it was powers, right? That's what you said?
Yeah,
Boston?
powers.
Powers, which means whoever is not will be ticklish.
Yeah,
So
that's probably
basically,
something I
you're
would
fucked
do.
too.
If someone isn't ticklish and I want to tickle them, like, really badly, I
Exactly.
automatically will.
Because
And
what
I
I'm
will wreck their
saying
shit.
is you're fucked too. So prepare for the powers.
Prepare as if it's gonna happen. As if
Fuckers,
next week you're gonna turn around and go, the time has come.
the time is up.
Fly now, my pretties.
Can I? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Well, again, speaking as a lead, I would probably fuck with a lot of switches because they're not nice. And so, yeah, I like the whole fucking with someone while they're like ordering pizza on the phone or something. That'd be fun. So,
Alex.
Oh shit, mate.
Jesus Christ. Pay your fucking attention.
Well, do you know what? As I was hearing the question, I thought, don't I already have magic powers?
no.
Don't I already, with these audios, do I not already do enough to all of you to warrant being awful? No, so I should make more. Okay. More audios and more writing for everybody. Anybody
No,
who's
wait,
listening to the
stop.
podcast who's upset about that,
Stop it.
I know who to call out. So
Please.
I'll go for that. I would absolutely fuck with everyone. There would not be a second of the day where I try and make it into some sort of industry, perhaps. I would try and use these powers to gain money and wealth and general fame, maybe. But the main thing for me would be I would use those new resources to travel the world and absolutely ruin everyone's life.
Jesus.
But as I say, really, my audios and my writing, they do me for now. So don't worry about the powers. They can go to somebody else more needy than I. Bravado for the win! Crippling Insecurity 5.
It's like we all came together to form one super bot.
Ooh. If you could guarantee anything, sorry, I misread that. If you could guarantee one thing for tomorrow, what would it be? Oof, that is actually a lot better of a question than I thought.
Can I go? Because I already know my
Yeah,
answer.
go ahead. I'll go last.
All right, son.
That's fair. Jesus, that's real.
Wait, what did you want?
Oh,
What was it?
that I still have my son.
Oh. Yeah, that's fair.
Fuck.
Jeebus.
I can guarantee that I'm gonna give love to like 5 of you people on Tumblr
Aw.
because I love you all.
Aw,
too.
all these good
Aw.
answers. If I could guarantee one thing, it would be that I actually get some work done. And it's nowhere near as good as the previous two answers, and it makes me seem like a prick. But I don't know. Other options are I still have my family.
Well, at least I finally came up with an answer. Honestly, I think the one thing I would probably want to be absolutely guaranteed for tomorrow is that I wake up and I won't feel pain. Like, literally none of it. No achy, groggy bones as I try to wake up in the freezing cold. And, you know, I can walk like a normal fucking person. I can go up the damn stairs without creaking like an old fucking lady. So yeah, that's probably what I'd love. Probably guarantee. Sorry
Everyone
to
had
totally
such
make that
good
like
answers.
deep. I'm sorry.
No, you all had fucking great answers. And I'm sat here like, I need to do a bit of computer programming.
I mean,
I'd quite like that
productivity is absolutely important. I mean, this is your career. This is your education. That's a pretty good
but
answer.
Jesus Christ, sons love and to not be in pain. Imagine the genie pops out of the lamp and he goes, Alex, I'll grant your wish. And I go, I'd quite like my computer programming to be done, please. He would look at me and he would set me on fire.
You wouldn't
dare
wish for the
waste my
magic tickling powers?
I mean, they would have been my second wish, but I wouldn't have even got to that second wish. I'm on fire.
I just
Really?
died by
Probably be not be
burning.
on fire.
As I'm on fire. My second wish is to not be on fire.
Burn, baby, burn.
Genie sat there like, shit.
Burn, baby, burn.
Maybe like, alright, what's your final wish? If it's something stupid, I will set you on fire and leave.
I wish that you don't set me on fire.
Quick, wish for the Nile. I wish for the Nile. Ah! No way!
I still don't get that.
Aladdin.
I know the reference. I just don't get the joke.
Oh.
Never have,
For
never will.
shame.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams.
Well, the joke is that because he set him free at this point, was he was supposed to wish for something
Oh,
impossible.
that's
like
right. That's right.
maybe a
Oh.
giant river that he would never know what to do with. So he was like, quick, wish for the Nile. And he was like, I wish for the Nile. He's like, no, fuck you, basically.
That's right. Oh my. Yeah, you know that movie better than I do.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite Disney movie.
Yeah, I would do it. I would do it.
Yes. Are you looking? Did you rub my lamp? Did you wake me
Did you
up?
wake me up? Did you bring me here?
That's what my mom used to say all the time, like in the morning when I'd wake her up to drive me to school.
I still say that. I quote Aladdin references, and if you message me a Aladdin reference, we are immediately friends, and that will be that. And you're suffering forever because you know me.
That's how we did it.
That's how we did it. Ask Alex. He suffers every day, and I insult him.
We all suffer.
Eventually, my self-esteem is going to become so low that I'll be a vacuum of self-esteem, and I'll in fact so other people's.
Damn.
Well, that's really fucking depressing. Now I take it all back.
Isn't that like literally the definition of bullying?
I'm so sorry.
The next PSA is about Jill.
Jeez.
It's gonna be like,
You're
Jill,
good.
stop being such a fucking twat. I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry.
It's twat. It's
Twat.
not twat. It's twat.
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 Say it right.
Twat, I can't hear you. I have an ear infection.
Sorry about twat.
It's fucking
Sorry
twat.
about-
Come to America. Speak Americanese. America.
You
If you,
wouldn't sully my tongue.
if you were leaving for vacation tonight, where do you wish you would be heading? And this isn't because of Alex. I'd probably end up coming to England. Not specifically London, just England.
It's because of me.
Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. I just want to get my fucking shit wrecked.
It's because of me.
But yeah, no, that's like my dream vacation ever since I was a kid. I'm actually even currently looking for like co-op opportunities out there just because I promised myself that I'd start traveling more. If not, then I'd probably say Washington. Seattle, Washington. Sorry.
Yeah, Washington. Fuck. Probably somewhere warm like the Virgin Islands. I've always wanted to go to the Virgin Islands. I have no fucking idea why.
Well, when you leave
Because I
them,
love
they
the
won't be
idea
virgin
of
anymore.
white sand and that water that's so fucking clear you can see like all the fish and shit. I just want to go there and
All the
never be
fish is shit.
shit.
I mean, if it's
What's
filled
your
with shit, it might
favourite
not be that
part?
clear.
What?
I would go to Disney World or Disneyland. because
Disney
I'm
World.
a giant nerd. And I love Disney.
It's a good answer.
Damn right, it's a good answer.
It's a fucking great answer.
It's the best.
Are you sponsored by Disney? Are we going to get copyright strikes for this on YouTube?
No.
I
Because
hope
we
not.
mentioned the Lord Disney's name.
The Lord Disney.
All
Lord
praise
Disney.
be to he. Everybody worship me.
Ew.
No.
I would, and to not miss out Canadian people, I'm going to go to the North American continent. so that it includes Canadian folks. You're welcome, all 4 of you? 4 of you, maybe? So congratulations. So I'd go around North America, the States and Canada, and I would meet all of you lovely people, and we would go and do things and see things, and you can show me about your wonderful cities.
I will show you America.
And I would also completely destroy you.
I will show you the world.
Well, that's all the questions we have for tonight, except for that one request.
What's the one request? What am I missing?
The one to rule them all.
The usual, everybody has to say the T word. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, that's easy. Come on now.
Then you can go first.
Okay, tickle.
Can we skip me? Thanks.
Proceed, bitches.
Forsooth, and it is done.
I thought you
Go
said
on.
for souffle.
Forsooth, it is
All
done.
I do for Marsh.
Alex?
I'm fucking trying to be chivalrous here, ladies and
Fucking
gentlemen.
Yeah, just go.
I never. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Every time. Every time.
Easy, easy, easy. It's a little bit o'clock.
Boston, you still have to do it, don't you? Do it.
Tickle.
There you go.
I'm too tired to give a fuck right now.
I didn't even hear Shelby say it. I think
She
we-
didn't.
I didn't.
I
hear it.
didn't.
She's going to.
Oh,
Say
it's...
I've got nowhere to be. I can keep this podcast going all fucking night.
oh, fine. Tickle.
Yay.
Did it.
I
We
said
did it. Lois and Mo, we did it.
We did it!
We did it. Alrighty. Thank you all once again for tuning in to Tea Talk. This has been Mistress Boston. And assuming any of the other hosts would like to chip in with their goodbyes. Oh. It seems like they suddenly disappeared. So we might have had a technical difficulty. I think. Yeah, oh well. Well, hello. Huh. So I guess I might be ending this for them tonight.
What's happening?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, no,
There you are.
You just all cut out.
We're-
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm here.
Okay. Let's
It
wrap
cut
this.
out. It cut out. I didn't hear anything. Anyways, yes. Okay. Good night. Keep your good for Okay, go on.
And I am the person who was the most upset about Leonardo DiCaprio winning the Oscar because it is truly the death of the greatest thing.
Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done it.
Please
Leonardo
send us your
DiCaprio,
questions
the
for next
Academy.
weekend. Next
I
weekend,
can't
next
believe-
Tuesday. That's what I meant. Blah. Thank you again. We wish
Please
you
send
all.
us in comments and questions.